Okay, I honestly don't know who's watching these videos at this point, but here we are, day 410 or 411, trying to become a millionaire. And it feels like, this video works well and deserves of recording because the previous couple of days I was sick with flu and I was taking this injections. I don't know if you can see the, like, when they put this thing. Anyway, like, so, my name is Sanjar, I'm trying to become a millionaire, and I am that stupid guy who literally took an idea of Alex Harmozy of recording his life until, recording his life through, and then you can get back and travel in time and see yourself younger and more stupid version of yourself and help the other people to not make the mistakes and blah 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 basically. Yeah, that gave the examples of Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, who built a really big and glorious companies. So, and I assume, I mean, right, because you don't know me and you're watching me for the first time, and you're probably very skeptical. And yes, 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 I am stupid enough, and I'm stupid enough to assume that I am gonna be one of those guys who are gonna build $1 billion companies, inshallah. So, getting back to what we do, I mean, for a start, there is nothing crazy, ladies and gentlemen. There is just, you can say paid freelance, paid projects, or AKA agency. Just trying to find someone who is kind of almost, interested in building something for them, and we're just making them and selling them the idea of a better future if they're gonna make a great website, if they're gonna make a great service and app, or basically make it's easier for customers to find them on the internet, which is kind of true. I mean, if there is no one knows you even exist at first, I mean, how they're gonna find and buy from you? The other problems are second and third problems. So that's what we're doing. I mean, and today is the day, ladies and gentlemen. We almost finished the project for our first ever client. So almost 3 months ago, we have closed, alhamdulillah, our first ever client, which is not okay. Alhamdulillah. It's not like client. I can't say that because we didn't like convince anyone. They found us and they pitched us, which is me mostly. My co-founder wasn't aware of that, but yeah, it's you can name it whatever you want to label it. It's a freelance. It's a paid project, or it's an agency's first ever client. The third one sounds fancy, and I like it, and that's why I call it this way. So, we have been building their project, we have been building their website. We still haven't received the rest of the money, which we should. We only received the upfront fee, which we did, alhamdulillah. But the rest, we haven't. Why? Because we didn't officially finish the project, uh, officially finish the project in total. Our side, the code I should write, I completed today as I assume. Okay, I think I made all, there is this one problem which have been left, which I should have completed today, and I worked the entire day working on this thing, and I think I fixed the most I could, and the rest of the little issues which have left, I think it's their fault. Otherwise, I just can't see where the problem might be in, and that's why I am, labeling this project as finished and closed and cooked. Because what else can I do? So, here we are. It's not super fancy. It's not super fast, but we did it. First client, 2 to 3 months, finished project. Not a lot, but again, it's worth it. Why? Well, because the money we're gonna make, we're gonna reinvest into ourselves, into a mentorship of a older coders, developers who are gonna help me and my co-founder as well. But my co-founder already has a job, so I don't think he really needs a mentor anymore. But me, I I think I do. If I want to save a lot of time, Not trying to learn this mistakes by myself and things by myself on how to, guess what, get a tech job. Yes, getting a tech job might sound stupid, but if you think deeper, what is the best way to go from 0 to 1? Just that, I mean, just think about it. I mean, right now we're in a situation where we're making 700 USD in 3 months, and this is just not a good thing. Okay, we need, I was pissing myself off every time I see some kind of Instagram reel and comparing myself, not like, literally, but I do it unconsciously. Um, and the reason was that, when you are at stage 0 and you compare yourself with someone at stage 10, 20, or even 5, someone who is 5 steps ahead of you, that's not something which is going to lead you to a good end, because a lot of times there's the vehicles, the things, the knowledge, the background, the individuals, their lifestyle, their beliefs, their everything is different. There is no literal clone of you, all right? And especially there are very low chances that you see, even in the case of me, don't try to replicate me, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Like, the things I'm doing right now in the moment might not work for you, and just watch this video as an entertainment, yeah, like, there you go. So yeah, like, that's the concept I can explain to you guys for actually a long period of time, because I didn't get this epiphany or a mindset shift in, like, I don't know, like a couple of minutes. It's something which happened, I believe. Yeah, it's in a very long period of time. I don't even know how long it does take. It took me. I'm sorry. But eventually, I just realized that there is no point in pissing myself off. That, I kind of was torning myself into two pieces, because there's side of me which wants to conquer the entire world, but at the same time, you get back to reality, you don't even have money to sometimes pay for the internet, and your mom is saying you sometimes that, did you find a job, ask this kind of questions. And ladies and gentlemen, this is how it is. You don't have it's not like, life hates you or anything like that. It's starting points for different people in, first world and third world countries might be different, and there's no shame in it. Okay, because as soon as you can get where they are. Okay, the internet is not quite gives, the same starting point, but at least gives the opportunities to get, where you couldn't get without the internet. All right, that's my theory. All right, that's my theory. Might be wrong, probably is to a certain degree, but mm, in my opinion, before you get to, stage 10, stage 5, you first have to go from 0 to 1. And in a case of me, and in a case of my co-founder, it happened to be that we have to get a remote coding job. In the case of me, in the case of him, it's a remote sales job, but both of them are high paying, so it doesn't really matter to neither of us. And at the same time, it's a remote job, so it's kind of just a beautiful synchrony, so that we can travel and go wherever we want. And at the same time, it's high paying because of the industry we're in, sales and tech, you know what I mean. And yeah, like, it's just crazy, subhanallah. I mean, like, I'm not gonna be getting into details of like how we're gonna use this finance and all this stuff, but for me and him, the stable, constant source of income in amount of 1 to 3, or even in some cases maybe 5, I don't know, thousands of dollars is a crazy amount of money. And even for some people living in first world countries, that's That's a lot of money. That's like crazy amount of money. So yeah, I mean, there are some rags to riches stories where people go rich quickly and overnight. Maybe I don't know, like, should I be mad at life that it didn't happen with me, or trying to make it out, trying to find my way, right? I mean, I think hypothetically we can keep searching for a client or something like that, and sit here without making any money and asking our moms to pay for the internet. How much do you like that reality? I understand that neither of these two versions of the reality, where you ask your mom to pay for the internet, or where you, hey, I mean, listen, like, maybe it's not gonna suck as much working for someone, but at the same time making couple of thousand paying for the internet, and hypothetically being somewhere else. It's a remote, you can travel anywhere you want. So I don't know. It's You have to choose. You have to choose your own pain. There's no way out, dude. It's either this pain, or this pain. You're gonna suffer anyway. Uh, yeah. That was like a mindset shift I had, because it chills me out so much that I don't have to think about someone who is on a stage 10 or stage 5 ahead of me, because I know that I will get there, but I just have to, calm down right now. And the fact that I have to calm down right now doesn't mean that I'm a loser or I will never be successful as them. It just, stage by stage, step by step, yeah, yeah. Um, Thank you for watching. And I think if that made your day, if that made your life easier, like and subscribe.